The following broadcast is a copyrighted production of 412 Communications. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of 412 Communications is hereby prohibited.
A most pleasant good afternoon to you all, wherever you may be. Welcome in to a Sunday afternoon edition of the Delaware Hockey Network, presented by the Law Office of Long and Greenberg. The Penn Quakers travel to the first state to take on the Delaware Blue Hens women's team in this Sunday matinee, and we're glad to have each and every one of you along for this Sunday afternoon broadcast here with us on the DHN, streaming live on the 412 and brought to you all by the Law Office of Long and Greenberg. James Witherite flying solo today on the DHN airwaves. Delaware looking to bounce back from a nail-biter of a defeat last Sunday. They fell to rivals Villanova 4-3 here at Fred Rust Arena, and as they look to get back in the win column, they'll have to do it without one of their key players, Carly Marzano, who brought things back to within reach for Delaware last week via a penalty shot goal. Out of the lineup today, she is out with a concussion, but the Blue Hens, with some strong new talent showing up. Riley Lemberg, among the names to watch. She's in the starting forward trio for Delaware, along with Lena Murto and Julia Nima today. Riley with 3 goals and 1 assist in 4 games played. Point a game forward already. First-year player out of Ithaca, New York, making an immediate impact for the Blue Hens this season. Between the pipes, we'll see Sydney Butler. She gets the start, looking to even up after going 0-1-0 in the early part of the season. She was between the pipes in defeat to the Division I Penn State team on opening weekend. Her goals against average .582, save percentage .889. On the other side of the blue line, Penn coming in with 12 skaters and netminder Sarah DeRusso. A couple names to look at: Catalina Hiller, whom we'll see as the game progresses. Teresa DeRuyter as well, a key component of this baker's dozen of Quakers invading Fred Rust Arena. We're going to take a quick time out here on the Delaware Hockey Network, presented by the Law Office of Long and Greenberg. When we come back, we'll head inside the glass for today's Limestone Pension Associates starting lineups. That and more here on the Delaware Hockey Network. We're live from Fred Rust Arena, and it's all courtesy the Law Office of Long and Greenberg.
Recovery from an on-the-job injury or car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the Law Office of Long and Greenberg can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the Law Office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area, and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an on-the-job injury or car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Long and Greenberg can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Just about go time on a Sunday afternoon edition of the Delaware Hockey Network. Penn and Delaware about to square off in a DVCHC women's matchup. Let's head inside the glass for today's Limestone Pension Associates starting lineups. Hockey fans, good afternoon and welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. The American Collegiate Hockey Association and the Delaware Valley College Hockey Conference present a Women's Division II matchup between the visiting University of Penn Quakers and your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet today's starting lineups. For the Penn Quakers, starting in goal, number 31, Sarah DeRusso. On defense, number 5, Joanna Fish. And number 2, Salsabil Hodge. At left wing, number 22, Erin Marble. At right wing, number 15, Elena Steck. And starting at center, number 29, Ainsley Rexford. And now, Blue Hen Nation, let's meet the starting six for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Defender of the red-clad iron frame, starting in goal this Sunday afternoon from Darien, Connecticut, number 1, Sydney Butler. On defense, from Cohoes, New York, number 6, Olivia Huddy. And from Reading, Massachusetts, number 14, Mia Bonfilio. Starting at left wing from Smyrna, Delaware, number 19, Lena Murto. At right wing from Allentown, Pennsylvania, number 12, Julia Nima. And starting at center from the 607, Ithaca, New York, number 21, Riley Lemberg. Your Blue Hens are coached by Ken Deming, Kendall Smythe, and Blake Hill. The on-ice officials for this afternoon's game is appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association are Stephanie Beeman, and Heidi Niskanen. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice, as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Pregame in the rearview mirror, lights are on, and we're about ready for a Sunday afternoon of women's college hockey from Fred Rust Arena. Blue Hens 1-3-0 after dropping 2 to Penn State. They wallop Westchester 15-0 right here at Fred Rust Arena 2 weeks ago. Last Sunday, lost a 4-3 nail-biter to Villanova. Tried to claw back from a 4-2 deficit in the third period, but came up ever so short. Hens looking to improve to 2-3 today against DVCHC rivals from the University of Pennsylvania, who will be clad in their away red kits today. Delaware moving left to right in opening period action in their home whites. Sydney Butler behind the top of the crease for the Hens, while between the pipes for Penn it will be Sarah DeRusso, the only goalie on their roster, supported by an even dozen skaters. Stephanie Beeman and Heidi Niskanen, as mentioned, the on-ice officials for this afternoon's game. Heidi, while somewhat of a stranger to Fred Rust Arena, no stranger to the officiating game. She's refereed her number of USA Hockey national championships in recent years. And Riley Lemberg comes in for the opening face-off for the Blue Hens across from Ainsley Rexford. In Penn, red and navy, we are set to go for a Sunday afternoon. Stephanie Beeman with the opening puck drop, and they're off. Julia Nima, after the Lemberg face-off win, works the puck into Penn territory. Murto can't chase it down. Holding at the left wall is Lemberg, a backhand, flipping this puck low. Lemberg chases it down to beat Steck to the rush, but that attack is quickly countered. Icing waved off as Mia Bonfilio is forced back behind her own goal line to get play started again for Delaware. The advancing pass through neutral ice from Lemberg ended up in the skates of Julian Nima. Murto risked this clear after Rexford kept play in neutral territory, and the Hens will work their second line on. This is an icing against the Blue Hens. Rather, against the Quakers. Blue Hens benefit from it. Elena Steck let that puck go from deep in her own zone. And with 49 seconds in the books, the second line for the Blue Hens, led by Sam Schultz, on for the draw across from Rexford. Face-off coming to the left of netminder Sarah DeRusso. Pittinello and Patrick at the wings, flanking Schultz on this second line, and they've been known to pack some power. Shaw Downing could not protect the right point. This puck chipped by Aaron Marble off the near glass. Downing, under forechecking heat from Steck, tries to escape traffic, was pinched to the far corner. Downing stayed with the puck, caromed it back to Jess Pittinello, working the near half wall. She's double-teamed by a pair of Penn forecheckers there. Catalina Hiller wreaking some havoc. The shot from the point came in from Katie Piotrkowski. This is caught and held by Sydney Butler for a pause in play. Face-off comes to Butler's right. Hiller overpowered by Herzog, who was up for the draw. Thrush, Busey, and Essick, the third Delaware forward line. Essick failed to clear. Brooke Weller maintained just inside the line. Puck tipped by a Delaware player back into neutral ice, and Catalina Hiller puts on the brakes before advancing it to Piotrkowski. She enters up the near wall, pinched to the corner, and stripped of the puck by Morgan Thrush. Thrush to Hill, around the left side. Essick tried to find Thrush cutting up the middle. She got stick on puck, but couldn't reel it in. Busey keeps the momentum going from left to right for the Blue Hens. Centering pass attempt intended for Thrush, didn't connect. And the Hens work back to their top combination today. Ken Deming rolling three lines, so it appears, at least in the early stages, with McFadden, Janowski, and Kaplanovich, the other trio of forwards, rostered today for Delaware. Bonfilio turns play to the near side of this international-sized sheet of ice. Julian Nema walks in up the right boards. Drop pass to Lemberg, stepping up with a wide shot from the top of the near circle. That missed the near post by a good 3 feet. We've yet to see a shot on goal as we near the 3-minute mark of this first period. Olivia Huddy cycles to Lemberg. The two New York breds working the near corner. Lemberg turns play to the far side. Huddy around the horn to Bonfilio at the left point. Trying to work the puck in. It was stripped from her control by Piotrkowski. Flipped off the backhand of DeRuyter back to neutral ice. The Hens counter. They dump and change. Fresh complement of Blue Hens turning up the heat. Pittinello trying to get a stick in on Salsabil Hodge to disrupt her breakout pass and achieved that. At the other end, the other two, Shaw Downing starts play up. Working the left side was Emma Chaffee, but she failed to clear. Chaffee back in control of the puck behind her own goal. To Pittinello near side. Puck bounced off her stick. Elena Steck protected for the forechecking Quakers. We're working to 4 minutes in this first period. No score as yet. Getting a shot away was Catalina Hiller from high in the zone, but it was blocked and recovered by Downing in the far corner. She gave it away, though, back to Hiller. Centering pass intended for Steck in the high slot was intercepted by Pittinello, and here comes Sam Schultz leading a 2-on-2 rush for the Hens. The Schultz shot from the outside of the right circle was turned aside easily by Sarah DeRusso, and Schultz tries to recover the puck amid traffic in neutral territory. Busey brings it down into control near side, and the Hens will regroup in their own zone as a piecemeal line change is complete. Thrush backhands the puck into Penn territory. It's turned back the other way by Piotrkowski, volleyed back by Essick, or at least that was the attempt. She fanned on the puck in neutral ice, and Evie Hill is back behind her own goal to recover, and she's got space to build up speed up the left dots. Here comes Evie Hill, strong 200-foot player. She weaves through traffic, tried to line up a shot from the left dot. Didn't get good contact on the puck. Busey protecting below the cage. Hill's got it again. She bounces a rolling puck to the far side. It ricochets off the corner boards, and Piotrkowski recovers for the Quakers. Thrush fails to maintain the zone, and this will come back an icing with 14 minutes and 58 seconds to go in opening period play from Fred Rust Arena, and we are yet scoreless in this Sunday afternoon contest. Riley Lemberg in for the draw for Delaware. And indeed, she wins it. The shot from distance, caught and held by DeRusso for a pause. We'll watch that one again. Face-off win from Lemberg. Shot came in from the point. Ultimately to no avail. Just beyond 5 minutes have elapsed here in the first period. No score. Julian Nima working the perimeter of the zone. Couldn't work the puck cleanly to Murto. It was intercepted by Hodge, but she was outnumbered on her way up the near side of the neutral zone and was forced to dump the puck deep into Delaware territory. Murto could not clear. The turnover led to a shot from the far half wall. That off the stick of number 13, Anna Kamara. The Navy numbers on the red sleeves a little bit hard to read from distance. We'll get you these player identifications hopefully as seamlessly as possible as we go along, even if we have to switch into passive voice here and there on occasion. Another icing against the Quakers will yield another attacking zone faceoff for the Blue Hens. Sam Schultz, 1 goal, 2 assists in 4 games played so far this year. Wins the draw. Downing to Chaffee. Her shot from distance was blocked down by DeRusso. Nobody home to take away the rebound. Hodge intercepts this puck, and she walks it up the left dots into neutral ice, crossing over the center logo, but into a 2-on-4. Her long shot from 50 feet away was blocked by that flock of Blue Hens who trailed her into the zone. Trailed from the Hens' perspective anyway. Here comes Schultz. Winds up. Good shot. Better save. It was kicked aside by DeRusso. Race for a loose puck in the near corner after the rebound was misplayed. Held in by Herzog for the Hens. Recovered deep in Penn territory by Piotrkowski. Thrush has the puck trapped at the kick plate behind the cage. Essick to Busey, and she scores! Corey Busey gets the first for Delaware. Just over 7 minutes in to the first period. Let's see it again. Busey waiting net front off the Essick feed. Taps it past DeRusso on the doorstep. And the Blue Hens strike first. First for Corey of this young game. Third of the year for her. And here's a 2-on-1. Can they get another? Yes, they do! And that's Lemberg to give Delaware their second. Here it comes again on the Delaware Sports Medicine replay. Lemberg all alone through traffic. With her 4th goal of the season. And it's 2-0 just like that. Oh, Delaware goal! Her 3rd of the season. Scored by number 33, Corey Busey. Assisted by number 68, Rory Essick. And number 22, Morgan Thrush. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 13 seconds in the first period. Busey's 3rd from Essick and Thrush at 7:13. Delaware's 2nd goal, 4th of the season, scored by number 21, Riley Lemberg. Time of the unassisted goal, 7 minutes, 53 seconds in the first period. Lemberg's 4th, unassisted at 7:53. This is an icing against the Blue Hens. And an attacking zone draw will await the Quakers after they've gone behind 2-0 in the early stages. Friends, if you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging the recovery process can be. That's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Long and Greenberg will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. Call the Law Office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-LONG, 5664, to schedule a free consultation, or visit them online at injuryde.com. So it's a 2-0 hockey game as we work our way to the midpoint of the first period. Delaware gaining control of the puck in neutral territory. Thrush with a cross-ice feed to Nema leads to another zone entry up the right wing boards. Piotrkowski hassled behind the cage by Lemberg. In comes Nema. She shoots and scores. Julia Nema gives the Hens their 3rd, with just exactly half the period complete. Here it was again, Lemberg with the forechecking takeaway. Sets up Nema on the welcome mat. And at the 10-minute mark of the first period, it's now 3-0. Nema on for her 1st of the year. Lemberg had a hand in that one too, as the Hens start to widen their advantage over the Quakers. Oh, Delaware goal! Her 1st of the season. Scored by number 12, Julia Nema. Assisted by number 21, Riley Lemberg. Time of the goal, 10 minutes even in the first period. Nema's 1st from Lemberg at 10 minutes. Hiller, under heavy forechecking hassling from Patrick, muscles the puck away. She generates a little bit of space with a couple stick handles behind the cage, and now the Quakers work back from right to left. Here's Steck, angled by the other 15, Ella Herzog, to the near corner. She tries to wrap around the cage. Asking for the puck was Tarua net front, but the pass never materialized. Pittinello the other way finds Liana Patrick into a 1-on-2 though. She was overpowered just inside the line by the reaching stick of Steck. Taking aim the other way was Piotrkowski from distance. Shot was blocked. Huddy recovers the puck in close. Up to Busey over the center logo. She tips the puck into the far corner of the Penn zone and then wins the foot race over Brooke Weller to get to it. But Busey couldn't set anything up net front. Julia Janowski working into the game, waiting for that net front feed that never materialized. Here's a 2-on-3 the other direction. Weller stood up at the blue line. Puck stick checked away from her, cleared by Bonfilio just over the stripe. Waiting for others to tag up was Piotrkowski. That hesitation, forced by what nearly was a delayed offside, gave the Hens defense that extra half second to reset, and that made all the difference in how that play developed. 7.5 minutes to go in opening period action from Fred Rust Arena. The Delaware Blue Hens setting the tone early. Busey, Lemberg, and Nima all tickling the twine for the Blue Hens, looking for a fourth. That was Schultz, but to no avail. Fresh legs on for Delaware. Murto nearly foiled the breakout pass, but Joanna Fish stayed with the puck long enough to turn it into the neutral zone. Turnover from there, and Chaffee scores! So Emma Chaffee makes it 4 for the Hens as she pots her first of the year, too. Turnover in the neutral zone. And she goes top cheddar at 7:07 to go. To make this game 4-0. Oh, Delaware goal! Her first of the season. Scored by number 9, Emma Chaffee. Time of the unassisted goal, 12 minutes and 53 seconds in the first period. Chaffee's first unassisted at 12:53. Could Patrick get the 5th? Nope. DeRusso had the last word there. Hodge brings play back to center, only to be countered over the logo. Hiller, Colorado native, who played Tier 1 girls youth hockey in Detroit, couldn't work up the right side. Pittinello holds the zone. Couldn't connect with Schultz. Hiller chips this beyond the reach of Patrick below the goal. Pittinello wins the race to the loose puck in the near corner. Centering feed intended for Patrick, broken up by Anna Kamara, who swept into the low slot, but she cannot carom the puck clear. This is shoveled up the far side and out. By Kamara. We couldn't quite discern that was a 3 next to the 1 on the sleeve, so apologies for the late ID. Patrick drives play up the left wing boards back into the Penn zone before hustling off. Here comes Rexford back the other direction. Drop pass to Charlotte Williams at the left point was bothered. Puck is thrown in from distance by Piotrkowski, covered by Butler, and that gives us a pause with 5:20 to go in the opening period. And on we go with play resuming to the right of netminder Sydney Butler, 3 for 3 in the save department. It's been a light workload for her here in the first as Delaware has controlled the pace of play and territory pretty consistently throughout. Huddy works back up the left wing boards after the Essick-McFadden 2-on-2 failed. This is turned back into neutral ice. Backhanded by Tarua, but Bonfilio kept the pressure on her. Wexford Sends this across ice, and walking up the middle of the neutral zone was DeRuyter. A stick check at the Delaware blue line foiled her attack. Huddy flips the puck back into the Penn zone. It is cleared by Hodge, recovered by Lemberg. She's got a goal and an assist so far today on a pretty balanced Delaware score sheet. Lena Murto, drop pass to Nima, looking for her second. Her momentum carried her to the corner. Net front centering feed sailed past Riley Lemberg, who was waiting right on the doorstep. And this is cleared by the Quakers back into neutral ice, where Murto recovers, and Downing turns play from deep in her zone into the near corner of the Penn end. 4 minutes to go in the opening period from Fred Rust Arena. Delaware with a 4-0 lead over the Penn Quakers. Emma Chaffee, the last of the 4 Delaware goal scorers, under duress did risk the puck clear, but it was brought down in the neutral zone by Penn's Brooke Weller. Across to Piotrkowski, in up the left wing boards, and it looks like we've got our first, is it a penalty or is it offside? Looks like an offside infraction against the Quakers. So with 3.5 minutes to go, face-off comes just above the Delaware line. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years and counting, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. Piotrkowski leaves a shot from the high slot off the stick of Fish. Butler drops to the butterfly to make the save. Patrick races back up the right wing boards out of Delaware territory into a 2-on-2 together with Sofia Kaplanovic, another Delaware newcomer. Kaplanovic punches the puck free. Rexford gains control of it. Piotrkowski clears. Hill bats it down, and her re-entry is offside. There were still 2 blue hens, 4 of the blue line before she crossed in. So with 2:40 to go, another offside infraction brings play to a halt. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch, or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Down to the final 2 minutes and change of the first period from Fred Rust Arena. Delaware's got a 4-0 lead over the Quakers of Penn. Failed cross-ice pass off the stick of Murto sent Bonfilio chasing after the puck. It was turned over to Hiller in neutral ice. Now cycled to Hodge just behind the red line. Stepping up, Nima swats at the puck, pushes it back over the Penn stripe. It's recovered there by Hiller, but she couldn't get through pressure offered by Lemberg 5 feet over the stripe. So the Quakers will regroup. Failed breakout, kept in by Nima. Murto works this into the corner where Lemberg's beaten to the punch, but only just. Hodge generates some space before trying to flip the puck free, but it's brought down by Nima, albeit in neutral territory. She dumps in along the near wall. Hens will change with 65 seconds to go in the opening period of play this afternoon. Another D-zone turnover. Patrick with a shot. That's saved by DeRusso from point-blank range. 11th Delaware shot. Here's another one. This one coming off the stick of Janowski, but she couldn't connect from close. Pittinello looking for space, double-teamed in the corner. Gets a bump from Hiller, stays with the puck, leaving this to Janowski. Here's Shaw Downing winding up from distance. That one took a bounce at the top of the crease, wide of the far post. Patrick maintains, gives it away to Hodge, working the far corner, but she can't carry on this clear. Julia Janowski crosses to the near half wall and backhands the puck deep into the Penn zone again. Pittinello overpowered by Hiller, Pitnello reaching in, trying to get a stick on the puck down low, but this is launched clear from the other side. It will, however, come back an icing with just 9.3 seconds to go in opening period play from Fred Rust Arena. Delaware has owned this first period, and they'll get an attacking zone faceoff in the waning moments of it. As in comes Julia Janowski across from Catalina Hiller to take the draw. Quakers win the faceoff. Puck is cleared over center. Tipped by Herzog as the horn sounds, and that, friends, will do it for the first period from Fred Rust Arena. The score through one period, Delaware 4, Penn 0. We'll be back after the first intermission on the Delaware Hockey Network, presented by Long and Green.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an on-the-job injury or car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Long and Greenberg can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Recovery from an on-the-job injury or car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Long and Greenberg can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back into the Delaware Hockey Network on the 4-1-2, presented by Long and Greenberg. At the center of that shot, Riley Lemberg. Key player in the first period for Delaware with the second Blue Hen goal. And coming right back 2 minutes and 7 seconds later with the takeaway behind the Penn goal and the setup for Julia Nima. In what through 20 minutes is a 4-0 Delaware lead. Teams, of course, change ends for the second period. As we welcome you all in to the Delaware Hockey Network. If you're just joining us, James Witherite. Here with you all on the call this afternoon as the aforementioned Riley Lemberg takes the opening draw of the second period for the Hens. Wow! 7 seconds, no time wasted at all. By the Blue Hens. And here's the Delaware Sports Medicine replay. Chaffee winds up and goes top shelf, her second. Off the face-off win, just 9 seconds into the period. Lemberg's got her second assist, and the Blue Hens have got a handful. Oh, Delaware goal! Her second of the season and the game, scored by number 9, Emma Chaffee. Assisted by number 21, Riley Lemberg. Time of the goal, 9 seconds in the second period. Chaffee's second of the game from Lemberg at 9 seconds. Schultz to Patrick. Net front feed, the give and go was bothered by the net front presence of Elena Steck. Steck escapes Penn territory, but she stood up by Huddy just inside the Delaware line. Huddy with time on the delayed offside. D-to-D pass to Bonfilio. Headed up the near side to Liana Patrick. Centering feed to Pittinello. Her stick lifted high in the zone by Hiller. Pittinello chases down the puck in the near corner. Leaves it to Mia Bonfilio. Her shot from distance takes a bounce wide of the far post. It caroms up to the far half wall, but is swatted out of the reach of Evie Hill by Anna Kamara, but she couldn't escape the zone for Penn. We're 2 minutes into the second period. Delaware's got a 5-0 lead. A pair of goals from Emma Chaffee. A 3-point day already for Riley Lemberg, making an immediate impact with these Blue Hens here in her rookie season. Lena Murto flips the puck off her backhand into the near corner of the Penn zone, but it's recovered by Steck. Steck races up the right wing boards, tries to set up an advancing pass to Joanna Fish, but it sails beyond her reach and is corralled by Herzog in the far corner of the Blue Hens end. Worked by Hill to Essick, ahead to Murto. Busey looming at the line, setting up a 2-on-2 as Murto, angled to the near half wall, manages to maintain possession. It was Salsabil Hodge offering defensive resistance. Murto to the right point, and Herzog, this puck thrown in, looked like Essick got a piece of it, but the last word held by Sarah DeRusso on the 13th Delaware shot of the game. We're 3 minutes into the second period. The Hens have controlled this one from the word go. It's 5-0. Here's a 2-on-0. And here's Lemberg. Here's Lemberg with her second of the afternoon. It's 6-0 Delaware. To the Delaware Sports Medicine replay we go. Here's Lemberg indeed. Riley walks in. From the Blue Hen logo. And that was all she wrote. We'll see it again. We'll back it up just to see how this play better developed, and then we'll rejoin action. Yep, that's Lemberg all the way. Off the turnover. To make this a 6-0 hockey game. So she's got 2 on the day, along with 2 assists. And it's now 6-0. Oh, Delaware goal! Her 5th of the season and 2nd of the game, scored by number 21, Riley Lemberg. Assisted by number 68, Rory Essick. Time of the goal, 3 minutes, 8 seconds in the second period. Lemberg's 5th, 2nd of the game from Essick at 3:08. D-zone turnover and Catalina Hiller. Gives the Quakers their first. Stolen puck. 4.5 minutes in to the second period. It was Catalina Hiller who caused the Delaware D-zone turnover and then floated the puck past Butler to put the Quakers on the board. This turned away from Hiller's reach by Butler, but she comes back down with the puck. Penn goal scored by number 1, Catalina Hiller. Time of the unassisted goal, 4 minutes, 30 seconds in the second period. Hiller unassisted at 4:30. Penn's guilty of an icing. Rexford across from Janowski. Overpowered in the face-off circle, and here comes Patrick lowering the shoulder to try to bulldoze Hodge in the high slot. They collide. Puck ends up in the far corner. McFadden can't work it free. Marble protects for the Quakers, but she can't clear. McFadden chases down the loose puck at the base of the Delaware bench, cycled to Patrick in the far corner. Centering pass off her backhand, Julia Janowski with a lazy wrister from high in the slot, trickled wide. Hill maintains. She's stripped of the puck by Salsabil Hodge. Hodge ricochets the puck behind her own goal up the far side. That goes beyond the reach of Weller. Essick walking in, lowering the shoulder to try to bulldoze her way into the slot, but Hodge stood her up at the top of the paint. Essick stays with the puck, centering pass to Hill. She's sandwiched by a pair of Quakers in low and stripped of the puck. Weller again tries to clear, but to no avail. Essick had all the time in the world to get to that loose puck. Murto shoots from point-blank territory. The last word here goes to Sarah DeRusso with 13:18 to go in second period play, and Delaware with a 6-1 lead. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. My family swears by it at least once every quarter, and certainly you'll reap the benefits from it. A lot more peace of mind knowing those germs and bacteria are greatly minimized in and around your home. Nima draws a penalty as she gets tripped up in the neutral zone. We'll see it again right here. Yep. Hiller got her in the skates right at the red line. So for the first time today, the Blue Hens head to the Carl Dubé power play. Go on the advantage. When looking for something special for your someone special, visit Carl Dubé Jewelers on Concord Pike in Wilmington. In Delaware for diamonds, it's Dubé. Penn penalty assessed to number 1, Catalina Hiller. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 7 minutes, 11 seconds in the second period. Hiller, 2 for tripping at 7:11. Busey to Pitnello net front. Puck is loose. Hungry Hippos in front of the cage as DeRusso tried to cover but couldn't. Pitnello with a hard shot from inside the left dot, missed the post. Patrick protects the right point. Downing, Schultz, Busey complete the quintet on this power play. The long Downing shot is caught and covered by Sarah DeRusso for save number 10 of the afternoon. But her Penn Quakers are down 6-1 with just over 8 minutes gone in the second period. And here comes the second wave. Morgan Thrush with Nima and Murto at her wings. On the back end are Herzog and Hill. Puck is down. Ella Herzog could not protect the right point off the face-off win. Speaking of face-offs, Blue Hens won 10 of 17 face-offs in the first period, courtesy our stat man Eli Swope, who we're glad to have as part of the Delaware Hockey Network team this season. Between Eli and Tim Dominic, we've got all the stats we could ask for and more. Julia Nima up the right wing boards, puts on the brakes in the corner. She tried to set up Herzog at the point again. The pass a little bit off its intended angle, and Herzog's forced all the way back to her goal line to recover. The forechecking heat comes from Joanna Fish. Hill to Herzog. Hens enter en masse. Toe drag from Hill to stay onside. Ella Herzog's shot caught and held for a pause. Once again by Sarah DeRusso. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So, with that in mind, how do you get your voice above the fray? It can be hard, admittedly. 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and its clientele. Broadcast to social, print to digital, the 412 team will put their 40-plus years of experience to work for you. East Coast, West Coast, and everywhere in between, let's talk about how to get you noticed. Visit us today at 412communications.com. We're coming to halfway in the contest. Delaware with a 6-1 lead over Penn. The Hiller penalty was successfully killed off despite a couple Delaware shots. Emerging through traffic, Schultz again. But she was slowed up at the hash marks. Patrick offering aid, got a shot away, but it was wide. Schultz lost the zone, setting up Olivia Huddy. The cross-ice feed to Bonfilio was tipped offline by Hiller. Huddy recovers. She skates around a pair of Quakers. Here's a 2-on-2, quickly turning into a 2-on-4 as Huddy flubs the pass across to the top of the right circle and Jess Pittinello. Quakers led the other way by the red-helmeted Katie Piotrkowski. Piotrkowski in the red helmet. It was Weller in the white helmet as well. A couple Penn players with the white headgear. And an icing with half the game and 18 seconds complete. We'll send action back into the Delaware zone. Faceoff's going to come to the left of Sydney Butler. Schultz and Rexford taking the draw at the near circle. And Huddy gains control of the puck deep in Delaware territory. To D partner Mia Bonfilio, and up the left side comes Liana Patrick. Puck advanced to Schultz, who gains center before flipping it the rest of the way up ice. Hens will change except for Patrick, who stays on for the moment and trying to stick handle for some space. Weller stole the puck from her. Now Patrick comes off and Thrush joins her line mates as play migrates back into the Delaware end. Nima together with Thrush and Lemberg, at least for the time being, as Murtaugh's not with this top combination right now. Backhand on the doorstep from Thrush, bounced off the post, net front feed. Nima off the rebound, scores. Nima gets her second. Delaware gets their 7th. Here it comes again. .11:10 in to the second period. Nima's got 2. She kicks the convert, and the Blue Hens go up 7-1. And wouldn't you know it, Riley Lemberg making a strong case for herself as first star of the game. That's her 3rd assist to go along with 2 goals of her own. Oh, Delaware goal! Her 2nd of the season and the game, scored by number 12, Julia Nima. Assisted by number 21, Riley Lemberg. And number 22, Morgan Thrush. Time of the goal, 11 minutes, 10 seconds in the second period. Nima's second of the game from Lemberg and Thrush at 11:10. Hill forces the turnover. Here's Evie Hill. No, she can't get to the puck in time for the breakaway, but she quickly establishes position in the Penn zone. This cross-ice feed from Herzog had to be chased after by Schultz to maintain for the Blue Hens. Cycled to McFadden along the near side, flipped behind her back toward Kaplanovich, but taken away by Hodge. Hodge plays this up the far side. Herzog protects, gets a shot in from distance right into the pads of DeRusso. Trying to put the rebound away was Sofia Kaplanovich, but ultimately to no avail as the 20th Delaware shot didn't yield a second chance opportunity for the Hens. Hiller surrounded by Blue Hens, mid-zone on the Delaware side. Couldn't generate a shot opportunity. Ultimately turned the puck over. Pittinello recovers. She turns it back into her own end away from traffic. Evie Hill with time and space to operate. Now pursued by Brooke Weller, who played the body on her and forced a flood breakout. Turning it back in was Williams off her backhand at the left half wall. Puck is loose in front. Butler comes up with the glove save, denying Kamara from point-blank range. And here's Hill emerging the other way. Hill beats one defender, but she's slowed up between the tops of the circles by Salsabiel Hodge and steered to the far corner. Hill couldn't set up Kaplanovich on the welcome mat. Puck squeaks back to the Delaware blue line where Mia Bonfilio recovers. We've got 6 minutes to go in the second period. Hens with a 7-1 lead over the Quakers at Fred Rust Arena in this Sunday matinee. Dancing through traffic and getting the shot away was Hodge. Butler covers for the pause. And with 5:50 to go in the second period, the faceoff will come to the left of Sydney Butler, who is 6 for 7 in the save department. First Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill of the game coming up as Riley Lemberg was ushered off. We'll see exactly what for here momentarily. Schedule your first cleaning today by visiting DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. So we know it was Lemberg off at 14:10. And the off-ice officials have advised us it was for tripping. Delaware penalty assessed to number 21, Riley Lemberg. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 14 minutes, 10 seconds in the second period. Lemberg, 2 for tripping at 14:10. 45 seconds gone of that 2-minute penalty. In comes Steck, drop pass to the right point, and a wide shot from Joanna Fish. Even though Butler blockered it away, it was wide of the near post, so not a shot on goal. Glove save here, denies Fish the second time. And with 4:43 to go in the second period, both sides will get a fresh complement of skaters on, as the Hens have a pretty comfortable looking 7-1 lead. Schultz and Rexford take the near circle draw. Downing, Patrick, and Chaffee complete the quartet on this Delaware penalty kill. Schultz with the puck behind her own cage, launches this up ice. Patrick on her horse wins the race to the puck off the goal line. Of course, no peril of an icing given the shorthanded situation for the Blue Hens. But Patrick couldn't maintain attacking momentum after a trio of Penn backcheckers finally caught up to her before the help ultimately showed up. 10 seconds left on the penalty. Salsabiel Hodge sends a skittering puck up ice, and this will come back an icing against the Quakers. With just under 4 minutes to go in the second period of a 7-1 game. Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine professional is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here, the convenient and qualified choice for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more. Nima pushes the puck up the right wing boards back into the Penn zone. It rolled on its rib to the goal line, where it was caromed clear up the far side by Fish. And we've got the whistle of Heidi Niskanen bringing play to a halt, as Evie Hill is ruled off for a trip. So with 200 seconds left in the second period, the Hens are back on the Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. And a timeout has been signaled apparently by Penn. The Delaware Hockey Network is presented by the Law Office of Long and Greenberg. Proud partners include Sid's Barbecue and Jerky, 412 Communications, Delaware Sports Medicine, Limestone Pension Associates, Delaware Trash Can Cleaning, and Carl Dubé Jewelers. Sponsorship opportunities are available. To learn more, email mjr@412communications.com. The net guarded by Sydney Butler. And the face-off taking place to her left with 200 seconds to go. Rexford and Schultz took the draw, and off we go. Delaware penalty assessed to number 7, Evie Hill. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 40 seconds. And a shorthanded goal comes just 13 seconds into the PK. And it was Liana Patrick from Schultz to put the biscuit in the basket for the Hens at the 16:53 mark of the second period. Recapping by rule, Hill 2 for tripping at 16:40. Delaware goal, her second of the season, scored by number 46, Liana Patrick. Assisted by number 24, Sam Schultz. Time of the shorthanded goal, 16 minutes, 53 seconds in the second period. Patrick's second from Schultz at 16:53, a shorthanded goal. Net front chance from Rexford was controlled by Butler, and the Hens clear. This is saucered up ice, recovered by Chaffee at the other end, flipped back over center to Patrick. Patrick dumps this in from distance, steered by DeRusso to the near corner. Final 30 seconds on the Hill tripping minor. Another foiled breakout. Turned back in by Patrick, patrolling the neutral zone, recovered by Hiller. Played across to Piotrkowski. To Hiller again. Stretch pass up the middle, finds Erin Marble. She's slowed up at the blue line. Puck is recovered by Shaw Downing. Hens are back to full strength with 75 seconds to go in the second period, and an 8-1 advantage, still not to Delaware's liking. This is cycled to Chaffee at the left point. Worked low, bouncing off the stick of Busey. Murto protects in the far corner. We've entered the final minute of play in the second. Busey to Murto. Murto tries to walk one in from close. This is covered and held by DeRusso for a break in the action with just 50 seconds to go in the second. Face-off coming to the right of Sarah DeRusso. She's seen 22 shots on goal. She's recorded 14 saves. Murto won the draw over Kamara. Herzog bobbled the puck at the right point, but protected despite pursuit from Williams. Busey surveys her options. A stick check from Hodge disrupts her possession and control. This is worked back to Busey from Essick, who manned the corner. Hill holds the zone. Cross-ice pass, stick checked up in the atmosphere. Brought back down by Ella Herzog, crossing to the near side. Herzog through traffic. Pad saved by DeRusso. Follow-up chance from Busey was popped high. Final 10 seconds of the second period. Puck is stripped by Rexford from Essick. Played up the left wing boards. Herzog turns it back toward the blue line, and the horn sounds to signal the end of period number 2. The score through 2 periods, Delaware Blue Hens 8, Penn Quakers 1. We'll be back on the DHN after the second intermission.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Recovery from an on-the-job injury or car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Long and Greenberg can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an on-the-job injury or car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Long and Greenberg can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Sydney Butler 8 for 9 on the save department for the Delaware Blue Hens through 40 minutes of play. The Hens with an 8-1 lead over the Penn Quakers with 2 periods in the books. Shots through 40 minutes, 23-9 in favor of Delaware. Goals in that second period from Emma Chaffee, her second, Julia Nima, her second, Riley Lemberg, her second, and Liana Patrick getting her second of the year as well. As we prepare for the third of 3 20-minute periods to begin. Lemberg with 5 points already, taking the opening draw across from Ainsley Rexford, and off we go. In third period action from Fred Rust Arena. McFadden on with Nima and Lemberg up front. Herzog and Hill handling defensive duties to get this third period started. Delaware moving from left to right in their home white sweaters. Here this afternoon, Penn in their away red with mostly navy helmets, navy pants, navy numbers with the white trim. Hard to read on the sleeves, but crystal clear on the back of the sweaters, moving right to left. Race for a loose puck, corralled by McFadden on the attack. Centering past Pittinello. Right on the doorstep, but slamming the door in her face was Sarah DeRusso. She saved 16 of 24 shots to this point in the contest. Olivia Huddy reemerges from her own line. Cross ice feed to Pittinello, ricochets off the near half wall. Pittinello had space to chase the puck down, Hiller pursuing. Net front set up to Patrick was blocked off its line. Recovering is Schultz. Schultz to Huddy on the welcome mat. Secondary shot, she gets her own rebound, she scores! Olivia Huddy off the rebound. Gets her second of the year. And Delaware makes this 9-1. Play started up quickly after the goal. It was Huddy from Schultz at 123. Second assist of the afternoon for the Blue Hens captain Sam Schultz, and here she is again. Schultz, net front beyond the reach of Pittinello, puck thrown in by Bonfilio, but intercepted from center point by Piotrkowski. Piotrkowski angled off the biscuit, just above the line by Patrick. Here comes Pittinello again up the right wing board. She tips the puck in and hustles off for a change. Oh, Delaware goal! Her second of the season. Scored by number 6, Olivia Huddy. Assisted by number 24, Sam Schultz. Time of the goal, 1 minute, 23 seconds in the third period. Huddy's second from Schultz at 1:23. Piotrkowski muscles the puck away from the forechecking pressure of Busey. Essick couldn't set the puck up net front after a brief takeaway. Piotrkowski ends up with it again. Double teamed in the corner. Piotrkowski plays this behind her own cage, and it's chipped up the near boards by Steck, but turned right back by Murto. Piotrkowski up the middle, finds Steck. Puck bounces off her stick just above the blue line. Nima corrals it over the center logo and flips it back into Penn territory. 3.5 minutes have gone by. Delaware with a 9-1 lead, virtually insurmountable at this point. Lemberg's had a day, 2 goals, 3 assists. Here's Morgan Thrush looking to put the Hens in double digits. Point-blank shot easily fielded by DeRusso. Hill winds up from distance. Shot was blocked as soon as she got rid of it, and Catalina Hiller pushes this back into neutral ice. Hill stays with the play. Driving up the right dots and in was Hiller before ultimately losing control of the puck. Herzog to Hill in the Delaware zone. Hill couldn't skate past Hiller. Protecting the left point was Aaron Marble. This puck is stick-checked high, gloved down by Nema, and played from blue line to blue line, where Brooke Weller recovers for the Penn Quakers. Janowski plays the body on Hiller mid-zone. There is plenty of competitive contact in women's hockey despite the lack of legal checking. One of the great misconceptions of the women's game is because there's no checking, there must be no contact. That's not the case at all. There is legal contact galore. Angling, pinching, bumping, collisions in pursuit of contested pucks, all the above. Janowski reaches in to take the puck. Back into Delaware control from the near corner of the Hen zone. Here's Patrick in a one-on-one off the stretch pass. Long shot. Kicked aside by the outstretched left leg of Sarah DeRusso. Pittinello winds up for the secondary shot. DeRusso sprawls, can't cover the puck. Pittinello maintains after the errant shot. Here's Bonfilio with a chance from the top of the left circle. She wound up from 35 feet, but her wrister went wide. Janowski, again center point. Stepping up was Bonfilio. Couldn't get a shot away cleanly. And this now in Penn control is carried by Hodge up the left wing boards. She gets a couple hacks from the reaching stick of Corey Busey. Possession recovered by Delaware at their own line thanks to Olivia Huddy. Essick tags up as Busey enters up the right wing boards. The feed to Murto went awry. The other direction comes Joanna Fish in a one-on-one. She tries to beat Huddy to the cage. Backhander covered and held by Sydney Butler with 13:50 to go in the third period. And a goaltending change for the Blue Hens as Molly Rosenzweig comes in to take the place of Sydney Butler after 46 minutes and 10 seconds. 1 goal allowed, 9 saves on 10 shots. And now in goal for Delaware is number 13, Molly Rosenzweig. Busey took time net front, right at the edge of the crease. Her shot, not enough loft on it to get past DeRusso, but that was the 30th Delaware shot on goal. We near the 7-minute mark of the third period. Hens 9-1. Molly Rosenzweig with her second appearance for the Hens this season. Here she makes the save on Catalina Hiller. And a contested rebound at the top of the crease goes Delaware's way ultimately. Hiller hustles back into her own zone. Nema tried to force the turnover. Hodge plays this up the right wing boards. Evie Hill kept the zone airtight. She paves away to the crease, takes a shot from point-blank range. It's turned aside by DeRusso to the far corner. Looked like almost a certainty the Hens would go into double digits there with the line that Evie Hill had. Weller escapes her own zone, but she's kept along the near boards on her way into the Delaware end by Herzog. Herzog lays a shoulder in, separating her from the puck below the cage. Herzog recovers and now skates out of traffic near side. Advancing pass to Nema, sets up the breakout across to Morgan Thrush, but the puck is swatted out of her reach at the Penn blue line by Rexford. Quakers change, Hens change too. Rexford with time and space throws the puck in after gaining the line. It took a bounce wide of the far post, and Evie Hill wins the race to the rebound. Hill behind the cage to Herzog. Played up the near side. Pittinello, touch pass finds Schultz. Patrick is on ahead. Patrick tags up. Schultz, drop pass to Liana Patrick. Her shot from 40 feet right into the pads of DeRusso. Nobody home for the rebound chance on that one. Cycled again to Mia Bonfilio. She holds the left point to Pittinello. Across behind the cage to the near corner and Liana Patrick. The setup in the slot sailed past Jess Pittinello. Huddy tips this puck back to Bonfilio. Thrown in from distance. Patrick couldn't get stick on puck, looming net front. Here's Schultz again. Emerging now up the left side, looking for a better shot lane. She cycles to Jess Pittinello. Thrown behind the cage off the end boards to Liana Patrick, who takes the body of Weller in the corner. Emerging is Patrick. Backhand shot from close, covered and held by Sarah DeRusso for a pause in play with 10:51 to go in regulation. And Delaware with a 9-1 lead over the Quakers of Penn. The Dubé name is synonymous with fine custom jewelry in Delaware and a 4-generation family tradition dating to 1895. Carl Dubé Jewelers also offers appraisal, design, resizing, and repair services. Find something special for your someone special, or get that family heirloom back into wearable condition. Visit Carl Dubé on Concord Pike in Wilmington. In Delaware for diamonds, it's Dubé, the official jeweler of the Delaware Hockey Network. Downing pursued by Hiller. Dodges an angle behind the cage. It had the look of a check, but certainly not the force. That would be against the rules. Murto leads a 2-on-2 with Essick. But instead of pursuing, she flips the puck up the near wall and into the Penn zone. Enough time to enable a changing of the guard for the Delaware side. Their 9-1 lead. Looking mighty solid. Puck is loose in front, and Nema tried to set up a net front feed. She carries it instead to the top of the circle. Lemberg looking for the hat trick. No, DeRusso with the stop. Here's Hill. Throwing it across ice. Nearly cleared by Tarua, but held in by Herzog. She paves away to the slot from the right dot. Her backhand shot was sticked up into the air. She brought her own rebound down, cycling to Nema in the far corner. Nema leaves this to Lemberg. Back to Nema. Lemberg heading toward the slot, so too Kaplanovic. Nema hassled behind the cage by Piotrkowski. Couldn't find either on a setup. Herzog fans on it in close. This is taken away and now walked up ice by Fish. Fish steered to the far wall by the back-checking Riley Lemberg. She dumps the puck in behind the cage. It's pushed by Hill back out up the far side. Thrown in from the point. And recovered by Lemberg off the errant shot. Failed breakout. Batted away from the reach of Brooke Weller by Kaplanovic. Advanced to Nema. She gained red before rifling the puck in behind the Penn goal. Enough time for another Delaware change. Shifts are short with 8.5 minutes to go. And Penn, with only a dozen skaters in their complement, gassed by comparison. Huddy to McFadden, slowed up at center. Schultz leaves the puck back to Bonfilio. Mid-zone on the Delaware side. The stretch pass to Patrick was broken up, but Schultz emerges with the puck for Delaware. Cycling it now to McFadden behind the cage. Taken away from her by Weller and cleared, although Williams couldn't control it. Bonfilio recovers at her own line. 7:40 to go in regulation. Delaware has controlled this game from the opening drop. 4 goals in the first, 4 goals in the second. Olivia Huddy with her second of the year getting on the board here in period 3 and now working the puck to the Penn blue line before slamming it in behind the Quakers' goal. They caroms to the far corner where Murto and Hodge converge. Murto setting up a Bonfilio one-timer, which was intercepted in the low slot by Weller. Hiller could not clear. Huddy bobbled the puck, lost the zone of her own volition. Busey and Bonfilio tag up. Essick waiting back at her own line. She accelerates to try to get beyond the reach of Catalina Hiller, but botched the advance. And the Quakers back in control with inside 7 minutes to go, but an 8-goal deficit to try to make up. Hiller to Kamara. That pass intercepted by Essick. She throws a shoulder holding her ground. Back the other direction comes Hodge, gaining the Delaware line but losing possession and control. Busey to Lemberg through traffic. Lemberg still trying to complete the hat trick. Thrush is steered to the near corner after working deeper in Penn territory. Coming to her aid is Corey Busey after Katie Piotrkowski angled the Delaware co-captain out of the house. Here's Piotrkowski into a 1-on-2. The reaching stick of Shaw Downing slows her up at the Delaware line. Lemberg emerges, plays the shoulder in the near corner. Downing couldn't clear. Sweeping in to protect the puck for the Hens is Nima. To Chaffee from behind the goal. Advance to Nima. She's on with Lemberg and Thrush again. Julia Nima with a shot. Did that make it through? Sure looks like it. And it's now 10-1 Delaware. So Nima's now got a hat trick. This goal at 14:20 in the third period. This one started all the way back in the Delaware zone. Appeared to be Chaffee with the primary assist. Hill with a shot. Pittinello couldn't finish on the doorstep. Indeed, it was Emma Chaffee getting an assist on the Julia Nima third goal at the 14:20 mark, down to the final 4.5 minutes of this contest. A Delaware goal! Her third of the season and the game, scored by number 12, Julia Nima. Assisted by number 9, Emma Chaffee. Time of the goal, 14 minutes, 20 seconds in the third period. Nima's third of the game from Chaffee at 14:20. 3:45 to go. The Delaware tour de force over the Quakers. Their advantage 10-1. As Janowski chips the puck to center to get past Weller, but nobody was ahead to keep the momentum going. Huddy back behind the goal. Skates a tight circle before finding Busey. Cross-ice breakout tipped by Murto over the line. Icing waved off by Stephanie Beeman. And the race for the puck goes the way of Lena Murto, but only just before Hodge caught up to her. Fish sweeps in. Recovers, and Weller Works this up the near boards, but Huddy protects the right point. Hodge backhand, sails beyond Fish's reach. Bonfilio back deep in Delaware territory, puts on the brakes behind her own goal. Mia Bonfilio looking for a breakout option. Sails this beyond the reach of Kaplanovich. It's pushed by Lemberg up the left side to Nima again. 3-on-2 this Delaware rush. Drop pass to Lemberg. Nima's got the hat trick. Lemberg with 2 goals and 3 helpers already. Couldn't set up Kaplanovich on the doorstep. Chaffee crashing the net. Play is whistle dead with 2:11 to go. In period number 3, Hens trying to jam that loose puck in past DeRusso, but ultimately to no avail. A couple shots there, and the face-off comes to DeRusso's right. Chaffee holds the point off the Delaware face-off win. It was Riley Lemberg in the circle. Errant shot cleared back to center. Downing leads the re-entry. Final 2 minutes of play from Fred Rust Arena. Nima leaves this high. Emma Chaffee taking aim. Lemberg couldn't redirect it on the doorstep. She cleared the crossbar. Here's Lemberg working the corner to Nima. Kaplanovich in the high slot. Caught unawares by that pass high south to north. Downing chips the puck off the glass back in behind the Penn goal. It is recovered by Steck. A stick check from Kaplanovich foils the breakout. Chaffee dumps the puck back in from center. Fresh set of Blue Hens on for the final 70 seconds of the game as Emma Chaffee stick handles back in her own zone. Across it goes to Shaw Downing. Final minute of play on this Sunday afternoon. Piotrkowski stripped of the puck by Sam Schultz. Schultz working the near half wall. Looking for a passing lane. Piotrkowski keeping the options limited. On the doorstep, Patrick couldn't get one in right at the base of the goal. Steck emerges with the rebound. Tries to carry him this clear, but Herzog protects for the Hens. Her shot from distance through the top of the paint, kicked aside by DeRusso. Follow-up from McFadden went wide. We're down to the final 16 seconds of the contest. Hill to Patrick below the net. Taken away, held in at the left point by McFadden. Final 3, 2, 1, and that, friends, will do it from Fred Rust Arena. Today's final score, Delaware Blue Hens 10. Penn Quakers 1. Final shots on goal, Delaware 39, Penn 11. It's time for the Sid's 3 stars of the game, presented by Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in Claymont, Delaware. Today's 3rd star, with 2 goals and an assist for the Delaware Blue Hens, number 9, Emma Chaffee. Today's number 2 star with a hat trick for Delaware, number 12, Julia Nima. And today's number 1 star with 2 goals and 3 assists for your Delaware Blue Hens, number 21, Riley Lemberg. And that will do it for us. Here on the Delaware Hockey Network, Hens travel to the Gardens Ice House in Laurel, Maryland to take on the Terrapins next week for a Sunday matinee. And we will be back here on the Delaware Hockey Network coming up on Friday with a men's doubleheader, the AAU Blue Hens will take on Salisbury. And then the men's Division II team, who split against Virginia Tech this weekend, return to home ice where they will host the Mustangs of Stevenson University. Our associate executive producer is Molly Jo Rosen. Our assistant producer is Broadway Joe Sindoni. Our videographer, Alyssa Craigle. Our production assistant, Josie Billett. And, of course, in the stat department, Eli Swope feeding us the facts and figures as the game goes on. For the whole crew, James Witherite thanking you for your company. Once again, today's final score, Delaware Blue Hens 10, University of Penn Quakers 1. Thanks for your company this afternoon, and we look forward to seeing you again in the very near future. Good night from the Delaware Hockey Network on the 412, presented by the Law Office of Long and Greenberg.